This whole thing started when I was a little kid and I would watch my dad decorate our house, and he would create this amazing wonderland. We had a 16-foot tall tree, and it was incredible, garland and ornaments hanging from all the beams in the ceiling. And when it was done, people would come from everywhere to see it. Not public people, but like friends, relatives, neighbors, and they would bring people from work. And our house was always filled with people just experiencing the joy of Christmas through this amazing display my dad would build. And in those moments of watching all that joy, you know, I got the bug. And over my lifetime, there's been several iterations of the Castle Noel idea. And over the years, this idea has developed and developed. You're gonna love that I had that, because we have toys from every generation. It has gone through a massive redo, and now there are 10 times the toys. It's enchanted, so lots of toys are doing things now that they weren't doing before, and it is just an absolute 100% coverage, except for the floor you're walking on, is toys from the 40s through the 2000s. In an amazing collage. I've been to a lot of different like toy museums, and things are very carefully kept, and this is how it looked. But when I was a kid, my closet was a mess, man. Toys were everywhere. They were all thrown in there and piled up. So the I Had That Toyland experience is more of a crazy collage of toys. You walk through the Hot Wheel Mega Wheel with over 1,000 Hot Wheels rotating around you as you go in, and it's just everywhere. It's just insanity of toys. It really is fun to watch people respond to that, because you've never seen anything like it. It's totally off the walls, and it took forever to do, but I kind of like to do the impossible stuff. It's like Walt Disney said, it's always fun to do the impossible, so we try to do as much impossible here as we can. We had some relics from old Cleveland window displays, and people loved them. And then people would talk about how their childhood was special because they would go to downtown and they would see these windows, whether it was Akron or Cleveland, and they loved them. And so I thought, wow, I gotta go out and try to find whatever I could. And I looked everywhere, and there's pieces of windows from Cleveland's history, but there's no like intact windows. So I thought, where do they make the most amazing animated windows in the world? And that's New York City. It is a tradition that the windows are destroyed because they are meant to be a gift to the city and not seen again. They don't want these to end up in places where they're unintended to be. And we got them to understand what our mission was here. And we are excited to say we now have windows from Saks Fifth Avenue, Lord & Taylor, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Marshall Field's, all here at Castle Noel. Incredible collections of windows. The Cindy Lou Who bedroom set that we have from the movie The Grinch, I told my wife one day, early on, that I would love to find Cindy Lou Who's bedroom set. And it wasn't like a day later, the phone rings out of the clear blue, and it's this woman in Colorado, and she says, I have the Cindy Lou Who bedroom set. Now that alone was amazing, because typically props are parted out. You'll get a piece of this, a piece of that. She had somehow gotten in a situation where she had all the props from the bedroom, which was incredible. Christmas movies, they become a part of what it is to celebrate Christmas in American culture. You know, we have over 400 props and costumes from the Grinch movie alone, including the giant Grinch's sleigh, one of the cars from the opening scene, the utility truck that puts up the big star on top of the tree. When people have an opportunity to get right up to the Grinch's sleigh, having watched that movie since 2000 when it was released, and having watched it every Christmas since, there's this great connection to not only the movie, but to your memories, because you'll go back and people will be like, I remember the first time I saw this movie, and now I'm standing by the sleigh. At the end of our tour, you get into the grand hall where we have the really big stuff, the giant 25-foot Christmas tree, the Whoville animated light show, and then at the end you get to climb the steps and take a ride down the big red slide just like Ralphie in the Christmas Story, and it is really exciting. It's awesome to come to Castle Noel any time of year, of course. This is not just a feeling of Christmas, but it's also pop culture. I mean, you have all the movie props. You get to see things from movies you grew up with and get real close to them. The window displays from New York, they're just amazing. Even though it is, of course, a Christmas attraction, it really, because of the way it's laid out and what's in here, it transcends the holiday season and just becomes something awesome to see whenever you come. I wanted to build it where I was home, where I could enjoy it every day. You know, we grew up here, we live in the area, and we just wanted to make it a part of our life every day, and this town is just perfect for it. We are very blessed to have been given the opportunity to create something every day. My wife and I are just very humbled by the fact that this project has become so special to so many people. It's just really amazing.